Wow, what a day of news, what a week of news. I'm bringing you so much today that you're going to watch all the way to the end. I guarantee it. The press conference, I'm going to bring you all the latest news you need to know. What Lampard said in his press conference regarding the Liverpool match tomorrow to get us top four. But then I got some special transfers. I collated all the transfers from the week and I'm going to give it to you all in one. But what's it on? Hudson Odoi's future. There was massive controversy today regarding Hudson Odoi's future. You must see that. Then we're going to follow that up with Declan Rice rumours. Declan Rice is one player that's not going away. And now we're going to be apparently potentially giving him a swap. Let me devour that as well. Let me explain everything you need to know. And then the big main event. The main event news. Havertz. Havertz to Chelsea is looking more and more likely. And I'm bringing you not one, not two, not three, but four reputable journalists that are basically putting their necks on the line and saying this deal is done, and I trust all of them. So make sure you stay tuned, enjoy, and let's get on with it. Before we get started, do me a massive favor, 150 likes, and subscribe to the channel. It's literally 2 clicks. It's simple as that. Look guys, when I bring you news about transfers, I don't want to bring you guys lies. So the sources I will present to you are reputable and I'll always give you my opinion. I have no sources myself. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, but I like to surf around the internet. When I find stories that I believe are from good journalists, well written, I bring it to you. And then it's up to you to make your decision the way I make mine. But I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions, and clearly you guys, some of you like it, some of you hate it, and that's up to you. But support the cause, support me, support the club, and let's get moving. Alright, so Callum Hudson Odoi apparently wants to leave the club. Why, you say? Why? He just signed a 5-year deal worth £180,000 a week. Why, Alex? Well, that is understandable. Realistically speaking, the man has hardly had any opportunities. His spat to Asari was that Sarri didn't give him game time. All of a sudden now, Frank isn't giving him game time. We're back from lockdown and Hudson's only played 48 minutes worth of football. Can you deep that? Mason Mount started left wing ahead of him. That's worrying time. Look, you lot need to calm down and relax though. Apparently, Hudson's camp came out and said this isn't true. He wants to stay, he's going to be at the club, and he's going to fight for his position, as you will see later in the video from Lampard's press conference. But I personally don't think there's no smoke without fire, alright? There is something to be said about Hudson Odoi's game time. I think it's pathetic. I think that Frank should have given him more minutes. I've been complaining about it on a weekly basis. I think that it is ludicrous that we've basically used 2 wingers and Mason Mount as an improv true winger. Hudson should have had the opportunity to regain, play himself back to fitness. Look at Rudiger. Look at Christensen. Look at Tammy. They've had numerous opportunities. Hudson hasn't had one. He's had 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I think the most he's played since the interval, like since we started again after the, you know why we were off. I'm not going to say it. YouTube don't like it. But you know why. He's played 15 minutes, I think. That's the most. And that's not acceptable. He's a big player for us. He's important for our future. I think we need to back him. So don't believe everything you guys read. But at the same time, look in between the lines. There's always a grey area. And that's where the truth lies, in my opinion. Story number 2 is massive. Declan Rice to Chelsea is not going away. We need a centre-half. Evidently, Frank believes this is our new John Terry. And he wants him. I think Declan Rice is the best centre-half potentially in the world. No, he's not going to be. But he's going to be a good, adequate replacement for one of Rudiger or Christensen. I think he'll come in and he'll partner very well Zuma. Additionally, and furthermore, this is how Chelsea want to get the deal done. We've got Michy Batshuayi and Barkley, both on high wages and good squad players. They can go all the way to West Ham and potentially both start. For Michy, I don't understand this move. I think Michy needs to leave the Premier League. He needs to go somewhere, reignite his career. West Ham is too low of a level. Barkley, on the other hand, he likes the Premier League. You can tell. He wants to be at home. He wants to be in England. And he gets to stay in London. He loves London. Would it be a bad move? I think it would be a great move for Barkley personally. I think Barkley would be the best team, have a system built around him, and good luck to him. Whilst I don't doubt the strength in this story, and that Chelsea most probably do want to do it, you need to look at it from West Ham's standpoint. And as you can see over here, my good friend Jacob, Jacob says it perfectly. He's a journalist with, I think, over 100,000 followers, covers English football, very reputable. He says, why would West Ham want to get rid of Declan Rice, for two players whose wages are high and, more importantly, aren't as good as Declan Rice. It makes sense. Look, I love Michy, Batshuayi, but they've got Haller and Antonio. They don't need another striker. They really don't. And then Barkley's a very good player. He's going to add. But is he going to do what Declan Rice does in that midfield? Because they do have Jack Wilshere. They do have Lanzini. They do have Felipe Anderson. I just think it doesn't add up. The math ain't mathin', if you know what I mean. So more importantly, I don't think this deal was going to happen this way. I think it's going to be more of a cash deal. Finally, the big story. But before we continue to that, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, guys. It really does help. And I remember the target of 150. And let's get on with it. All right, I won't mention that again. So Twitter's blowing up. The whole saga of Havertz to Chelsea is being super inflated. So many reputable sources are coming out and stating this. This is bound to happen. Otherwise, a lot of people's careers are in tatters. Let's start with Christian Flack. Christian Flack is saying that Bayer Leverkusen want 100 million euros. But they're open to add-ons. They're more than willing to negotiate with add-ons. And in the long run, that's going to benefit Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano, on the other hand, is saying Bayer Leverkusen want arguably maybe 80 to 90 million and add-ons. The way that works, those numbers match, alright? If you look at it, Flack's saying one thing, Romano saying something, that must be two different sources stating it. For example, it could be the player's agent, or it could be some kind of journalist, or it could be someone that knows something, is telling them because they're reputable. They actually know what they're talking about. They won't ruin their career by making up nonsense. So, if you think about it, those numbers are close enough to each other where it's not outlandish. No one's saying 120. They're saying numbers that I think is a fair evaluation of a player and how Bayer Leverkusen would feel to be selling a player. Then you have David Ornstein. And David Ornstein, for me, I've always associated him with Arsenal. I thought he's a very good Arsenal journalist. But when he's commenting on stuff like this, it makes me really sit up straight. You know, literally, I get my posture ready and everything. I'm getting, whoa. Let me read this carefully. Today, this was the one that got me gassed. Jim White. Now, mainstream UK media is all of a sudden putting their top dogs. Jim White from TalkSport and Sky Sports. This is big news, guys. And Kai Havertz to Chelsea, there's a quote, very keen. If he's very keen to join us, we're ecstatic to have him. I'm not going to lie to you. This deal is going to drag on until I think we secure Champions League football. So I think the minute we officially have Champions League football and the club know that generation of cash is coming in, we're going to sign him. I am putting my neck out on the line now. I think we're going to sign him. And I think this is tremendous business for the club. I'm very proud of Marina. I think the way she's conducting business this window is magnificent, or whatever it is in French. Magnificent in English. I love it. Отлично in Russian. I love it. Honestly, it's fantastic. The press conference started off with the first question about Callum Hudson Odoi. What did they say? Well, Callum complained early in the morning, allegedly. And we've already covered that. Didn't happen. But they posed the question to Frank Lampard anyway. And he said he wants his players to be hungry. Callum's been training very well. And Callum has been performing and making good cameo appearances. And that's where he sees his strength being at this current moment in time. For me personally, Frank needs to say that. He needs to keep Callum as happy as possible. And evidently, you're not going to drop Pulisic. But I think there was time where Frank could have handled it a little bit better. He chose not to. We'll move on. Next question. Porter was very coy and sneaky about the way he asked about Kai Havertz. It was very funny. If you get any opportunity, go and watch the interview. It's really cute. The way he tried to go undermine him and just try to get a little reaction out of Frank. Frank laughed about it. Frank just said, I don't want to comment about any other team's players. But he didn't deny it. He literally didn't deny it. Frank knows there's no point denying it because he knows everyone's in the loop of what's going on. We're in for a good reincarnation of Chelsea. Honestly, the future is so bright for us. I can't wait. Frank was additionally asked whether being a former player that was so inspirational and so successful in this modern era, whether players now appreciate his pulling power. I think he does have pulling power. I'm not going to lie to you. I think when Frank rings, people out of respect pick up the phone. And more importantly, when Czech rings, people out of respect pick up the phone. Our technical director and our manager are reputable people in this game. So people give them respect. And I think Kai Havertz, Ziyech and Werner are all evidence that they have pulling power. Frank said he would happily do it in the future if needed. But at this moment in time, he's playing No, he's been very humble, one would say. Very, very humble. The question was asked, how far behind Liverpool are we? He said far. He did say we are very far. It's extra motivation to catch them. We need to be more consistent, but it's a young side, so it's normal and expected to be behind them. But you know what? With additional additions and these players being a year older, I think we will be closer. I don't think this can be an excuse next season. I think there's going to be a lot of experience within the team. I genuinely think if Kai does sign, we need to be patient with him. I think with Werner and Ziyech is the exact same, but I expect those two to hit the ground running because of the experience, and I just feel like that I expect more from them because of their age at this moment in time. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Ziyech needs to come in and be a leader from the outset, and I think that Werner just needs to continue with his goal-scoring prowess. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Finally, team news. Only injury we have is N'Golo Kante. No N'Golo Kante, sadly. That's going to be a big miss. He's just fantastic, isn't he? Like, he's what you want in front of that defense, or whether you're playing a 4-3-3 and you want him on the right-hand side of the midfield. Frank said he's out the game. That's the only comment he made. Finally, going into tomorrow's game, I think we need to go with a 4-3-3. I think, yes, it worked with a 3 at the back against Manchester United, but I genuinely believe a 4-3-3 is the way to go. We've played Liverpool 3 times this year. All 3 times we gave them a run for the money. Like, if you think about it, Super Cup game, 4-3-3, we matched them. We should have went 2-0 up when Pulisic's goal was like disallowed, and we would have most probably won the game. But we didn't, but we played 4-3-3, great performance. The home game this year where we lost 2-1, 4-3-3, went that way, should have won game because we had so many chances. Yes, we missed a lot and they scored and they were clinical and that's what made them champions, but we played a good game. The second game in the cup, we smashed them. 4-3-3. Go with 4-3-3. It works. Literally, it works. It works. It nullifies their midfield, in my opinion. That's what we need to do again. Regarding the whole predicted Excel, I think today's been a long video for you guys. And you know what? I've been noticing that people aren't sticking around till the very end to watch the whole predicted Excel, and it's becoming a little bit predictable. So unless you guys want to see it, tell me in the comments below and I'll do it for future videos. But if I don't get any responses, I'll stop and I'll just continue to give you guys a transfer update and the team news, and then I'll just verbally quickly tell you what I feel. So the team for tomorrow, I think, is going to be Aspi. I think Reece is going to get a shout at right back. Left back, Azpilicueta. Back 2, I think, will be Rudiger and Zuma. Midfield 3 of Jorginho, Kovacic and Mount. Pulisic, Willian, and I think Giroud's going to get the run out. And I think that's the team. Other than that, guys, that was the Kafka's View. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's great news. Like I said before, I bring you only reputable sources. I don't give you all that nonsense, and I won't give you all that nonsense. So stick around. You know the channel. You love the channel. Most of you do, because I know a lot of you are watching and are always commenting. I really appreciate that. The new ones, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've been caught by the bug as well, and you'll be back for tomorrow's match review. Peace out. I'm out. Bless up.